this ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And just about set to get this season underway. All the planning and practice, and we're about to get busy right now. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Western Kentucky's offense will get the first crack at it here. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He makes the connection. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. He's going to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
We got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Quick handoff. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, WKU. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point makes it 7-0. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The Blue Raiders offense will have its first possession of the game. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting set.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
Immediately fires to the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. The give out of the gun. Nice move to keep running. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense, quick tempo. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Looking for a crease. It's Sims. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On 4th down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless. And you know that you're losing possession and you're coming off the field.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Now the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football, get a new set of downs, like nice 1st down execution.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. It's a draw. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And here comes the punt team. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously...
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This drive will open from the 15. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Out of the gun to give to the back. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to run for it. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
It's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
Yeah, and you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. He's piled up 82 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires on the move. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down. And in the red zone, if this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for it.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Hilltoppers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hilltopper.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats.
Middle Tennessee, 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll give it to the back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds him out of the backfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Snowed under by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. The give to the back. And the Hilltoppers get enough for the 1st down.
You've got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Sanders. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
From the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, a field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Caught in the backfield. It's Stewart. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Topper! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to punt for the fourth time today. A high kick trying to pin them deep. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah.
Trying to beat the D deep. And what a catch! A diving grab down the right side.
That is an unbelievable play, and I'll tell you, the defense, they just have not had an answer for this guy all night. He's already got over 100 yards in this game. Wherever he's lined up, he's getting open, and he's winning with speed, and right there he shows you the acrobatics and athleticism.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Oh, ball's out! And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
Hand off from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds and heat-seeking missile.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. And here comes the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the day. He's been a workhorse, continue to feed him, continue to create balance in this offense. But what a nice day by this young man running the football.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A very pickup on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man. Touchdown, WKU. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Clemens. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Western Kentucky.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The running back has it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Makes the grab. It's Sims. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Snares it outside. It's Clemens. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And he missed it. No good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
The Hilltoppers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get...
Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 40, the 20, the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Blue Raider.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let...
Just destroying his way through the field. He now has 108 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. To the ground, he's got it again. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And the defense... bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Keeps it and gets the first down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and go into those situations and move your offense backwards.
It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown.
Now they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
On the move. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He lost one down the sideline. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the returner will be brought down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Looking for a productive play on first down. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. And the Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner will be dragged down. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This has been a rough night for this offensive man. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up in the game.
That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Jennings. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw some. They're going to draw some side. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run to the right. Touchdown, Hilltopper. And the beatdown has ensued.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. We've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then
he lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The play action fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll run it. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Sullivan. Touchdown, Topper! And the pummeling has started.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the... Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 15. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field.
Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They're working that left side.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. They're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down.
He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Right back to the well. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of this fundamental.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Using his legs to buy some time. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Hold it, offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And the Hilltoppers have a first down.
How about that? 4th down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out